I go to Italy. I love going to Design Week. I always tease around and say, we are the Milan. We have that updated, fashion-forward style, very on trend, but with the classic background.
Anna, great design for you. Great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So you are interior design, centered in the downtown Mooresville area. You told me right behind the ice cream shop, so
Yes.
Everyone knows where that is in Mooresville. I want to hear the story about how you got into interior design. I'm a closet interior designer that will never be hired by anyone, so I love this thing. But I like hearing the stories about how you got into it.
Sure. So way back when I decided I wanted to go into something creative, architecture was where I thought my passion lied when I was 13, when you're a kid.
Of course.
So as I got a little bit older, I discovered that architecture probably wasn't the best route for me. So many years of high school guidance counselors and all of that, I discovered that the best thing was interior design because I could have a little bit more creativity that I thought at that time. And I wasn't working for a company in a cubicle because at that time, that was pretty much what I was advised that I would be doing. I don't know if that necessarily is true, but, that's kind of where it was. And so I decided to go into interior design, and I have evolved into a very good business that was started back in 2008. I know,
Okay.
weird time to start a business.
Yeah, for
but-
interior design. No one liked houses then. Well, everyone loved houses until they couldn't buy them. So.
Yeah, I mean, I always think if you can survive in a very almost unsurvivable world, you can survive in anything.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
We have survived and thrived through that time and through COVID. And right now I have a strong team of 3. We have another young lady that is starting with us actually next week.
Beautiful.
So we've got a nice, strong team. We have a huge team of support staff, installers and contractors that we've been working with for a long time. So we can do anything from just a concept to a full renovation. We are not the general contractors. We do allow them in their lane and we stay in our lane, but we work really well and we can help our clients to find the perfect contractor for any position that we need.
Beautiful. So let's kind of walk through a scenario then. Like I come to you, I'm like, I have a new house.
Okay.
I have an interior design from my last house. We tried to move it over to the new house. It doesn't quite fit. The house was farmhouse. We're not quite farmhouse people, but we like the structure of it. It's got great everything, but we want it to feel less farmhouse, but we want it to kind of feel, lived in, we want it to be comfortable and cozy and, still look real nice. So when someone comes to you with that, what are kind of the options, I guess?
So first off, I'm going to come out to your home. Our first appointment is going to be in your home. It's going to be a working appointment. We're going to find out where you are, what you have, what you like about that, what you don't like. We're going to have lots and lots of conversations. We're going to throw out lots of ideas to really see where we are. I always say this, and I've said this many times, we try to pack a little bag, crawl in your head, find out what it is that makes you you. Okay. And then we put together a nice plan so that we can figure out how we're going to attack that. Everybody that comes to us is at a different point. So some people don't have anything. They don't have any furniture. They really don't know what they like and what they don't like. They know what they don't like. We try to find out what that is.
Quickly, rather than like...
Yes, we will not do anything until we find out what it is. But we just kind of get to know them as a person and find out how we can help them because everybody's so different. So that's the biggest part.
So does it include like let's move a little further down this so I can kind of figure out all the stuff you guys can do. I have a back porch. It's got French doors. Okay. I want the big sliding glass doors so it can open all the way up into my screened-in porch. Is that something you would help design?
Oh, absolutely. We can design it, and then I can turn you over to a great contractor that can implement the design.
Beautiful.
And most of my clients are going to be in the Lake Norman area.
Okay.
Because I like to pop by and make sure that everything is going according to plan. I don't want a surprise where we decided, you, the client, and myself, we decided that this was the design, but something got lost in translation, and all of a sudden you didn't get what you thought you were going to get. That's not going to happen with us. I'm going to have those really good conversations with the contractor. We're going to make sure that everybody is on the right page so that we can have the end result exactly what you want.
Perfect. All right, another scenario then. I have in our kitchen, we have a nice house. What blows my mind is this kitchen does not have a pantry. So we've got like the cabinet pantry, and I just don't think it's enough.
Okay.
I want a pantry. Are you able to look at the house, the floor plan, and say, hey, we could add in a pantry over here. We can move this around, and this will flow better based on your lifestyle?
We can definitely give suggestions there.
I'm learning so much, and I'm loving what I'm hearing.
Yeah, we can definitely. I can't invent space.
Of course,
But we can take a look at it.
I've got other space, other places I don't use.
Yeah.
We can figure that out.
Absolutely. And if, let's say, there's not a place that we can steal from to incorporate a pantry in that space, we can think about other suggestions for storage solutions.
Love it. Then from a different perspective, I've got all this furniture. I bought it. It was expensive. I don't like how it fits in my new space, but I want to use some of the pieces, and I want to get a better layout for me and my family. Are you furniture? Are you decor? Are you suggesting paint?
I'm glad you asked that. We can help you with the whole thing. Yes,
Love it.
Absolutely. So we do a lot of renovations and remodels. However, we do everything from concept to completion. So I can hold your hand along the way. We're not going to go in and say, get rid of everything that you already have. We can help you to repurpose the pieces that you have. That might be reupholstering something. It may be thinking through the best fit. So maybe that sofa is not the best fit for your new living room, but maybe it would work beautifully in a guest room. Maybe you have a third floor area that...
We got a basement. It's
or a
unfinished right
basement.
now. It's a canvas.
Yeah. So there's lots of places that we can come up with great solutions.
Love it.
And we do also have our own line of furniture. So if you need furniture, we have super comfortable sofas and chairs. I can help you with everything.
Pet and kid resistant?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
That's what I need.
yeah, it's got like a great frame to it, so you can really sit on it and live on it, and it's not going to fall out from underneath you. Perfect. Also, the cushions are going to be a nice cushion, very comfortable. It's going to have a little bit more memory to it. And we have a ton of fabrics that are performance. So
That's what I need. I need performance fabric.
Other than taking a screwdriver and sitting on it with your back pocket, you can definitely get some durability.
Great. Yeah, when you hear interior design, there's so many different things you can do. So that's why I like asking these kinds of questions like, well, how far do you guys go? Do you help redesign spaces? Is it just paint? Is it just giving you suggestions? And you guys do the gambit. You've got, like you were saying earlier, you can come in and just give you the ideas, and then you can try and go do it yourself. Or if you want us to hold your hand from concept all the way through the completion, we can do that as well.
Absolutely.
Love it. This is your world. You're an expert at that. Go do your thing. And so it's like, okay, I want the full thing. I'll tell you what my goal is. Once you know my goal, you go do it. You're the good person at that. I am not, and that's why you do that and I do this.
Sure. Oh, we have some clients that love interior design, and they really have their own ideas, and they come to us and they're like, okay, but I just want to make sure that it's good because we don't want to throw money out the door. And so we're there to help, give a plan. So we've had some clients, they just want the plan. Others, they're like, we want you to just give us that TV moment. Yeah. So we can do that as well.
Nice. So you said you got inside people's heads when you walk into their space and understand you're in my space, you're in my studio here, and it's unique. What's in my head when you look at this? What do you see from this space from a design?
I haven't had you to do the questionnaire, and I haven't had you go through the whole process, but I can definitely tell that you like natural organic materials.
You're right.
You like a little bit more of an eclectic feel, something warm and cozy.
See, you're hitting all the spots. I figured because I have a podcast, people want to come in. I want people to be relaxed. My wife's a lawyer. She records everything down here. Like lawyers tend to be seen as more stuffy and sterile. So I want her videos to be warm, cozy, inviting. So that's why we did this.
Absolutely.
Yes. See,
you're doing good.
I can't say that I could be an interior designer, but I do enjoy it. All right. So you're in Mooresville here. What have you been? Did you grow up in Mooresville, or how did you get to Mooresville?
I did not.
Okay.
I grew up in Southern Virginia.
All right.
I went to High Point University.
Oh, nice.
And I just kind of migrated.
You just keep moving further south.
So I spent most of my time in the Lake Norman area since I've been here. I was in Charlotte for just a little bit, but Lake Norman was definitely home. All of my clients have always been 90% of my clients, that is, have been in the Lake Norman area. I've lived in Kannapolis for a little bit, but mostly Huntersville and Mooresville.
Nice. You said most of your clients are in Lake Norman. Do you have like a specific area that you tend to kind of stay in? Is it more Mooresville? Is it, just Lake Norman in general? Or do you have like you got your crew? Like, Sure. Where are they usually?
We're typically touching the lake or a few miles off of the lake all around. I like to try to keep most of my clients fairly central. We have a few clients outside of the lake area, but if I'm in this particular area, then I can have the opportunity to jump in and check out a client's project that's going on. I don't want to be in a position where we have to make a change or I'm just not able to be hands-on. Most of my clients would say, I see her a lot. I know her. She knows us, and we feel comfortable with that.
Yeah. So when you're, a lot of people that listen to this are business owners or in the business world. When you're choosing clients and choosing who you're working with, it's as much as them interviewing you as you're interviewing them. Absolutely. It sounds like.
Yes.
Walk me through that process of how you kind of decide, like, are we both going to be a good fit?
Well, we have questionnaires. So let's go back to the beginning. Someone calls and says, I'm interested in talking to you about your design. We would invite them into the studio. We'd have about 20 or 30 minutes where we can really get to know if we're going to get along. And I get along well with everybody.
I never would have guessed.
However, it is good. Then they feel confident in our abilities and we feel good. We have a really good rapport. I'm going to be in your home. I want to get along with you. I want you to feel very confident about us and our abilities as well. So that's why we like to introduce you to our studio. And you get a chance to see some of the lines that we carry. You get to see if it's something that aligns with your values. And then we do questionnaires. Then we go into their home for the first consultation, where it is a working appointment. We're there for about an hour and a half. I don't take too many measurements, maybe a few measurements. If I have one of my employees that can come along with me, I may send them to do a few measurements just so that we can be a good steward of your time, especially if I know that time is of the essence. Maybe you're second home here. And
which on the lake, it's a lot of second homes.
So if you're going to be a second home and we really can't make another appointment for all that programming, the measurements, I'll probably bring somebody along with me just in case. But your time is a working appointment. So during that time, we are really concentrating on getting questions answered. So, what do you think about, putting the pantry in this area? I can look at it and say, I think that we shouldn't have any problems based on X, Y, and Z, or we may run into a problem based on X, Y, and Z, depending on the budget, depending on the timeline, depending on the style.
What do you think about a deer head atop of the ceiling over here? I think it's great.
It could be, depending on if you're going to do a very coastal calm, maybe not. But
that's funny.
We'll replace it with a bass head, right?
There you go. Depends on where you're at. So it sounds like you have a really dialed in process. And from a business owner perspective, I feel like that's something that comes along with a lot of trial and error. It seems like you've got it figured out from a onboarding process and streamlining process. Is there anything that you kind of learned or things that you apply to make that process nice and smooth?
Oh, absolutely. A lot of years of experience and knowing, I don't know, I mean, just the experience. I've had quite a few years of experience. I always tease around and say I started when I was 2. So I've been in business for a while now. But yeah, just over the years, we found certain things do work, certain things don't work. And
what was one of those things that didn't work?
Oh gosh,
maybe something you used to do.
Okay, perfect example. We don't do hourly rate. We don't do hourly rate. I don't want someone to get into a contract with us, and I would rather up front it's going to be this large number, but we're going to get all of this accomplished. Not we hope we're going to get it accomplished. We're going to get it accomplished.
Yeah.
Versus, well, I think it might take so many hours.
And you never know when you open up walls and move things around.
Yeah. So I know how many hours, and I'm going to guide it so that we stay on track. And we know that we're going to be very efficient with our time. You know that you're going to get things accomplished during that time. So, yeah, that's probably one of the biggest.
And it's probably listening to your audience, too. If that was always something that they were questioning or had a concern about or always brought up a problem or the only problems you had were that, it's like, we should probably change it.
Yeah, and a lot of times we would get to a point where everybody has their internal glass ceiling, so to speak. So they get to a point and they're like, okay, I can finish it myself. And then it never quite gets finished the way that they wanted it to. You're upset, we're upset, everybody's upset, and it's just not a good situation.
Yeah.
So now that we have flat rate, you know exactly what you're getting for exactly how much. There's not any question to that. If we decide that we need to break it up into phases, we can do that. We can do it very easily.
Yeah, we do the flat fee with our law firm, and we enjoy it way more. I work with a lot of lawyers, and so like the other clients I have that are hourly people, they're like, man, I'm so jealous of you being able to do flat fee because I don't want to say no one questions. So everyone's always going to question pricing, but it's like, this is the price no matter if it took me 2 hours or 200 hours. I know where it should land, but this is what you're getting for what you're paying for, and it just makes it, to me, a cleaner experience. Absolutely. So you work around the lake predominantly. How are people finding you? I'm a marketing guy. I love marketing and bringing in new business and seeing numbers go bigger. So how are you getting people finding you?
Well, how did you find me?
Well, I usually put Nick on it.
Okay.
Nick goes and searches usually people that have been on other podcasts. He'll look up social media accounts, and he'll then start looking up businesses along the main streets that we think we could have good conversations with on just the internet.
Well, that's how a lot of our clients find us. No, but seriously, we are in a couple of magazines. I have lots of repeat business. I hope that most people would say that we have a pretty good reputation in the community. So, I like to be in the community. So, we're all over the place.
Yeah.
I have employees that go to networking to meet other business owners and homeowners. So that's where we are. We're all over the place.
Yeah, we say that too, and that's why I do this, is so I can meet other business owners and enjoy it. But being a part of your community and going out on the weekends and seeing the people in the community and just talking. Like it goes a really long way. We're in a small town, and you know, how small is Mooresville? How small is Lake Norman? You know, it's small enough to be able to know who these people are.
Sure.
So we I say agree, but like we abide by that as well. So you're in some magazines. Like, do you have any of your let's see, how do I want to phrase this? Greatest accomplishments? Do you have like a this is my trophy piece that I designed? Do you have anything that you can say this was one of my coolest designs that you did or have done?
I like all of them.
Of course you do. They're all your children. I'm telling you to pick your best child.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, I can't do that. I like a lot of, I would say most of our projects are projects that I wish I could live there.
Yeah.
Because they're pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we've had some really cool basements that were just untouched space. I mean, just basically a storage for clutter. And now the clients are actually able to use it, and it has some really cool features. I did a bathroom that we had a really cool feature where the island had a mirror that popped up out of it. So
in a bathroom?
Yeah, in the bathroom, because it was a huge bathroom, but there's this space in the center that was really not being used.
We do dance here? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, so I was like, well, you know, versus just the decorative table that's holding clutter, let's utilize it. So we put in a work surface space, a vanity that has a mirror that pops out of it, and some rollouts to be able to put it really, you know, make everything really nice and organized. And it looks sharp.
Yeah, that's super cool. That's something you don't hear either. Like, you know, coming up with those ideas that people just would have never had. 2026, we're recording this, when is it? May 2026. What are some trends right now? What are some popular trending things?
So I just got back from Design Week.
I
in
figured
Milan.
that's why I was like, you got some good ideas right now. I need your ideas.
So so there's a lot of really cool things out there. But one thing that's really cool from everything from movies to design is bringing back some retro. So bringing back the old with a little infused technology.
Okay.
So I saw some really cool, like bright blue, bright orange appliances. It was kind of a kickback to some of the 70s.
I was going to say, what's that, 70s stuff?
Yeah, a little deco mixed in there. It was really cool. But the technology was definitely 2026.
Yeah. I like that. What about some colors? Is it the bright pops of colors? Is gray out? Is beige out? Or, you know, where are we at with colors right now?
Things are going a little bit more of the brown or the golden undertones versus the gray undertones. So it was very gold. Like think early 2000s.
Yep.
And then it started going
Thinking of our houses, I'm like, yep, that's right.
And then it went to very gray.
Gray, went to agreeable gray. Yep, okay.
And then we started getting back into that warm, cool gray.
Yeah, we're
grayish.
What are we in here? We're alabaster in here, so we're kind of grayish.
Yeah.
We're beige. We're a little more beige,
but it's a little bit more forgiving.
Yep.
So if you were to put in a little bit more of a cool color like blues and other grays, it would work fine. But if you brought in some of those fire colors, the reds, the oranges, it could
and I think this back here actually I think looks the best on the wall because it's those fire colors. It's your red, orange, and yellow.
Yeah.
So look at you. See, you know exactly what you're talking about because I don't know why it looks good, but I'm like, I think that looks cool over there.
It complements nicely.
That's fun. What about furniture? We get any fun furniture that's like new and exciting? I mean, you get couches, you get chairs, but like, is there anything kind of popular that's coming up?
As far as style, I'd have to think on that a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's just, you never know.
I mean, there's definitely more usable space.
Okay.
So think 10 or 12 years ago with the really big arms, those arms took up a lot of real estate.
Yeah.
So as houses are being a little bit more purposefully designed. This, sometimes we don't have the pleasure of having a huge home, but we have a nice size home, and we really are mindful about all the space in the home. So you could have a 3,000 square foot home that is very, very well defined, and versus maybe a house double the size that's not quite as thought through. So that's where interior design is coming in, a lot of renovations, so that those spaces are really thought through and you're maximizing all of the real estate. So again, in furniture.
You're talking maximizing real estate. We're coming into summer months. What about that outdoor space?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So outdoor space is that real estate that people just forget about, or they just throw some furniture out there and forget about it, maybe throw a grill out. So we're starting to branch out a lot more now and think about that outdoor space. Put in some really nice outdoor kitchens, outdoor cabinetry. We have a new line of outdoor cabinetry that we're carrying. So
I never even thought of that. We screened in our back porch last year because I was like, we got this big old back porch. I'd like to be out here and not get eaten alive. And when we did that, we put in a couch and TV, and we probably spend like 50% of our nights out there now. And it's like, this was unused space. And as soon as we did that, it's like 50% of our nights outside. If I had a heater in the ceiling, I'd be out there during the wintertime too.
Well, our winter, with the exception of this year, is very, very light.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, even our winter this year,
other than the 1 week of snow, but it was really not that bad.
Yeah. I mean, you have a couple days you're not probably going to spend out there, but then the next week you're back out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why not use that space?
Yeah. Yeah. It's the perfect, I think, this area, there's probably 2 months in the wintertime and 2 months in the summertime. It's either too hot or too cold where you don't love being out there. But that means you got 8 months a year that it's almost ideal to be outside.
And with the right temperature control, the right air conditioning, maybe fans, it might be a little bit more bearable.
Yeah.
And the same thing with a little heater, maybe a little heater, fire pit table. You can use it.
Absolutely. I love the outdoor spaces that are like actual living rooms. Like it feels like a living room. Like it's a regular couch. It's not a outdoor couch. Yeah. And I think those are like the coolest spaces.
I use some of that furniture for inside too.
Do you really?
We're talking about like kids and pets.
Oh, that's smart. I hadn't thought of that. Well, that's why I don't do this. I like that.
It's the durability.
That's smart. Look at you. Just an innovator in my eyes. You might not be an innovator, but to me, this is the first time I'm hearing about it. That's innovation to me. So what, do you have a particular style that you tend to follow, or like that you gravitate towards, or that you're more known for?
Sure. Well, so I don't want to define,
of course,
the style because everybody's definition's a little bit different. But I will describe it for you.
Okay.
So most of my clients are going to be very similar in style to what we are personally. So I am what I would consider a very updated, classic look.
Okay.
So I don't do a lot of ultra modern, and I don't really do a lot of ultra
like traditional.
So we will do a little bit of layering with window treatments, maybe shades or something that has that function to it, and then maybe some decorative panels, but not the heavy panels with all of the embellishments and layer after layer. Not as much of that. And we don't really do a lot of the super, super low Scandinavian designs. So, I mentioned before I go to Italy, I love going to Design Week, and I always tease around and say, we are the Milan. So we have that updated, fashion-forward style that's very on trend, but with the classic background.
Yeah,
So
I like
that's
that.
kind of us.
Yeah, that's fun. And like, what's nice is people that are looking for that know that's you. They're going to come to you for that. And it's not saying that you can't do other things. Of course you can do other things. When you're an interior designer and you do this, it's like I can adapt to anything. This is kind of what I do. But having the thing that you're really comfortable in and known for, it makes it nice to know, well, that's who I'm going for, that specific thing, and this is what I'm going to get.
Absolutely. Yeah, we definitely have a certain style or certain way that we handle things. We don't take every client. So if we, in that onboarding process or in that getting to know you process, we discover that we might not be the best fit for you, I will introduce you to somebody that is that perfect fit for you.
Yeah, you probably have the relationship of like, oh, you want ultra modern? Like, I know a person that's great at that.
Yes.
I'm not going to be the best. I want you to work with the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, because I do have staff, I have another designer that's on. We balance each other off nicely, so I may have her take lead on a project that is a little bit more suited for her. And the same thing, I may grab and take lead on something that's a little bit more suited towards me.
That makes sense. Well, if someone listening is like, you know what, I need some dang interior design, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Well, give us a call, 704-305-0139. And you can also stop by our studio. We are open by appointment. However, we will have someone there within the next couple of weeks to man it pretty much all the time.
Gotcha.
So you can pop by. She'll be glad.
Well, I'm going to make an excuse that I need to go to
get an ice cream cone.
Bay's Burgers, and then I have to get ice cream after. And while I'm getting ice cream after, I can sneak on over, get a little interior design love, and I'll have a really fun afternoon in downtown Mooresville.
Absolutely. And if someone comes by and they mention that they heard about us, I'll give them a couple koozies to spin on the. We have the little slap koozies. They're really cool.
I love it. Awesome. Well, it was great talking to you. And guys, if you need some interior design love or just want to get some ideas, reach out. Great design for you.
Yes.
Perfect.
Thank
Thanks.
you.